Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining our Next Experience Academy today. My name is Ashley Snyder. I am on the platform Web UX team. I'm an outbound product manager for Next Experience products, including Next Experience UI, UI Builder, and configurable workspaces. Today, I have a special guest, Samyukta Reddy from the Conversational Interfaces team. She is a senior outbound product manager for a new product that we have coming out as part of store release for our Tokyo release called Sidebar. It is an exciting day today. It is our Tokyo GA release, so very exciting. I'm sure you're seeing emails about that. When you have time, please go out and update a PDI so you can take advantage of all the new Tokyo features that we have coming out today. Just some housekeeping before we get started on our session. If you have any questions, please drop them in the Q&A. We will allot some time at the end of the session to cover any kind of Q&A that you may have about Sidebar. We are going to have some interactive polls along the way as well. So like I mentioned, today's session is on Sidebar, which is a brand new product that we're launching. It's very exciting. Before we get started, I will just cover our safe harbor notice for forward-looking statements. We are discussing a new product that we have coming out. We may have some forward-looking statements that we cover in our demo and our presentation today. We may have some forward-looking statements in the Q&A. So I do want to mention, please do not make any kind of purchasing decisions based upon the presentation that we have today. Just for an agenda before I hand it over. So we are going to go through an overview of Sidebar, some features that are available for Sidebar as of the Tokyo release. We are going to touch base on Connect support and Connect chat since they are related technologies, and you may have some questions around those. Samyukta will provide a Sidebar demo towards the end of the session. And like I mentioned, we'll allot some time at the end for any kind of Q&A that you may have. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Samyukta today.
Thank you, Ashley. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's Academy session. Let's start with Sidebar. So Sidebar is a new product which is released in Tokyo, August 2022 as a store app. So Sidebar helps agents to make a real-time collaboration with other agents and subject matter expertise while working on any task-based record like case, incident, problems, and the interactions with the end users as a live agents. Sidebar helps agents to improve their efficiency. It helps to resolve customer issues faster with better outcomes, and it helps to reduce mean time to repair and average handle time. And it also improves the SLA compliance. So why Sidebar? So Sidebar is added as a menu option for the agents to see on their top of the menu as a small icon. If you see on the screen, on the right side, there are two chat icons, which is nothing but the Sidebar discussion menu. So agents can look at all the discussions that's came into the Sidebar discussions menu. All discussions, unread discussions, they can also favorite the discussion so that they can refer the favorite discussions later. There's a search capability in the Sidebar discussions, which uses AI. Based on the keyword that's used to search, it will look at all the discussions the agent being participated so that they can quickly find the information for the previous discussions to solve the incidents faster. Agents can also work on multiple discussions simultaneously while working on other tasks. Sidebar is available in Next Experience. So let's talk about the available features for Sidebar. So for Tokyo, we have released record-based conversations, which means that Sidebar, once it is activated in the configurable workspaces, it will be available for the cases, incidents, problems, or any kind of record-based conversations. Sidebar utility menu and the discussion windows. So agent can work on multiple windows that will be docked at the bottom of the screen. And the utility menu helps them to look at all their discussions and search through their discussions. Activity stream, any useful information that agents are discussing within their discussion window, they can add some of those messages to the activity stream, which helps any other users in the future who can refer the useful informations to understand how the ticket is being resolved. So that information can help them to resolve their tickets faster. You can add any message into the activity stream. You can delete message from the activity stream if it is not required. And we have also provided out-of-the-box quick actions, which is search KB articles. And you can drag and drop the files and also exchange the emojis between the agents. To go a little deep down into the sidebar features, so record-based conversation. So how this works. So if you look at the screen, I have like multiple instances that's being opened for the agent. And now on the bottom, if you see, there is a start a discussion. Whenever an agent clicks on a discuss button, so the window opens up to start a discussion where they provide the subject and they add the list of the agents with whom they want to interact and send the messages that they want to ask. Once they click on the start discussion, so a new window opens up in which whichever the record based that they need any help, that particular incident or a case will be added as a record within that window so that the other participants can click on that record and understand what's going on with that particular record and how they can help the agent to resolve it faster. There's a multiple docked windows that can be an agent can work on multiple windows. All those windows can be docked at the bottom of the screen. I will show these informations when I do the demo. And as I said, we have a quick actions. So we have created search KB articles, especially for the sidebar as an out of the box, where agents can search through all the available KB articles and they can share the KB articles within the discussion windows with the other participants to take a look at. And in sidebar utility menu, an agent can dock the utility onto their screen, or agents can pin their utility onto the utility menu onto their screen, or they can unpin so that the utility menu don't stay static on the right side of the screen, whereas they can still look at the menu information by clicking on the sidebar icons of the two chat icons that you see on the top. Right next to the agent image. They can look at all the discussions and they can also look at the unread ones. And if there is any discussions that's been favorited and saved, they can look at all those discussions as well within that menu. And activity stream integration, this is a unique feature. Let's say an agent and then a participant are exchanging some good amount of information, which helped the agent to resolve the issue. And the agent felt, oh, this isn't useful information, and I want this to be added to this record so that whoever comes later into that record to look for the historical information, like how that record is being solved. So, and if they felt that that is any useful and benefited information, they can right click on the message and add it to the activity streams. So for the activity streams, we do have to activate the post type filtrations and select the sidebar options within that. As the majority is aware, the sidebar works only in Next Experience. And I know some of the customers who are using Connect Chat, they might have the question, is sidebar and Connect Chat, are they different? Yes, they are different. Connect Chat is our legacy product, which works only in UI 16, and it is not supported in Next Experience. So Sidebar, it is our new ServiceNow feature for agents to make a real-time collaboration between agents to agents, agents to SMAs. It's available only in Tokyo for customers to install as a store app. But going forward in Utah, we will make the store app as an out of the box. As I said, it is available only in Next Experience, and Sidebar can be used an alternate solution to connect chat once you move into Next Experience. Let's help those 13% members also get the clarity that Connect Chat and Connect Support are two different products. They are not same. So to give a quick update about Connect Chat and Connect Support. So Connect Chat is our legacy messaging tool that enables users to chat with other users. It's more like peer-to-peer chat conversations. And currently Connect Chat is in maintenance mode, means no new enhancements or no priority bugs, non-priority bugs will be considered to fix. An alternate option for Connect Chat is to construct Sidebar when moving into the Next Experience. And Next Experience doesn't support Connect Chat. Going to Connect Support. Connect Support is our legacy product, which is a real-time messaging tool used by our support agents to interact with the end users who are seeking for the support help and to track their support cases, to find solutions and get the problems resolved quickly. The current status of Connect Support is it is already planned deprecation for Utah, which means from March 2023, ServiceNow is not going to support Connect Support. The best and alternate solution for Connect Support is customers to move to advanced work assignment, which is our intelligent routing mechanism, and agent chat within the agent workspace, which helps agents to interact with the end users in a much faster and a better way. Next Experience does not support Connect Support. If you want to know more details about our Connect Support deprecations, I have attached some resources at the very bottom of this deck. Ashley will share those informations with all of you after this session. There is an FAQ also available in our community for Connect Support FAQ, and also there is an article available how to migrate from Connect Support to Agent Chat and Advanced Work Assignment. I have also done the Agent Chat Advanced Work Assignment 2-day workshop. I have provided those details in our community articles. So all those links will be provided in the resources page for your reference. All right, so to install Sidebar plugin, all we need is Omni Experience standard feature set. You can log into your system and go to System Applications, all available applications, and look for Omni Experience standard feature set and click on Install to get it installed in your system. Let's say if you did not find in your system applications, go to Store Apps and search for Omni Experience, follow the instructions and get it activated in your system. Now for Tokyo, Sidebar is supported only in few workspaces, which are CSM configurable workspace, CSM manager workspace, HR agent workspace, ITSM manager workspace, vendor management workspace. If any customers looking to have Sidebar other than these workspaces, we do have an option that you can manually follow the steps to add a Sidebar button to your interaction records. But please do follow up with your account executives and the SEs to know the roadmap for these available workspace. There's a common question that I hear from customers is, when is Sidebar available for service operations management? The roadmap for that for now is undecided because of the other dependencies, but please do follow up with your account team to get those details before you plan to add the manual button in your workspace, in your instances?
I believe we have a demo coming up, so I will stop sharing and I will hand over the sharing to you.
So for the demo, I'm going to show two use cases. One is how an agent, Beth Angeline, tried to get in a help while she's working on task-based records. And let's say if she's also an agent who is taking the live interactions with the end user, how she can help an end user getting a faster help from other agents or subject matter expertise. So for the demo, I'm using Beth Angeline as my agent, and I'm using Fred or David Liu as a helper to her, as a participant, and I'm using Abel as the end user. With that said, I'm in Beth Angeline's instance. So choose your workspace, which the agent has to choose the workspace in which that she wants to be worked. So for our demo, I choose CSM, FSM configurable workspace. But again, when the agent comes here, she can work on the cases, any incidents, problems, request any of the records which are activated for the record type, conversational records. Let's say I'll go to incidents and pick the topmost one, which came as a critical. The agent clicks on the incident, which says need access to sales DB for the West. Let's say Beth is new to the team and she needs some more help since there is some system administration information is being asked, and also there's some information that's being mentioned, the employee termination, and she felt, okay, I'm confused here, I need some help. Let me get help from David Liu, who is an expert in this type of database. Shall I give the access to this user, Joe, or not? To start a sidebar discussion, Beth clicks on discuss button. So when you install your Sidebar store app, you will see discuss button for all the out-of-the-box workspaces record based. By clicking on discuss button, it automatically copies the subject of your records. For this one, need access to sales database for the West. Now coming to the participants, we have a pre-fill option. If the admin wants to pre-fill the available or suitable participants into the sidebar discussion, so your admin can make those changes. I'll show this at the end of the demo. But for now, let's say the pre-fill option is not available, but Beth can always go and look for the participants that she wants to add into her discussion. Now, in this case, she's aware that David Liu will have the good information, and she's going to add him as a participant and asking for the help. And she clicks on start discussion. Once the discussion is started, you'll see a new window opens up for that particular record. Every record type incident will have only one sidebar discussion button. Let's say if any other user comes into the same incident and try to create a new sidebar, it will not let. It will open the existing one and ask the new user to add in as a participant to interact with other users. And here, Beth can exchange emojis with other agents. And she can also attach files for other agents to look into it. She can look for the quick actions. For Tokyo, we provided search KB articles as a out of the box. And she can use a keyword and search for any available KB articles that she wants to share with other participants. Now, in our case, it is not required, so I'm not sending any KB articles to David. So other than that, if you look at this window, so if Beth wants to make this discussion as her favorite, she can click on the star and make it as a favorites. And by clicking on discuss information, it shows how many participants are being involved into this discussions. If anybody wants to leave, they can click on leave discussions and leave this and move out of this discussion. Let's say if Beth or David wants to add somebody else into the discussion, they can click on add participant and look for other agent and add him into the discussion. Let's say, for example, I'm adding Fred into it. Now, Fred also sees whatever the discussions that's been exchanged between Beth and David from the beginning. And for every agent, whichever the record that's been opened, whether it can be an incident, case, problem, or any even the live agent interactions, it attached as a record for the participants. So participants can click on this record and get the information like what exactly Beth is asking and what the details that's been provided into that instant. Now, if you want to minimize this window, you can click on minimize button and bring it back by clicking on that particular window. Now, once you close the discussion still exists for that record, but once you close it, Beth has to re-add herself as a participant into the discussion to start a conversation. For now, I'm not going to close it because once I close it, our discussion is going to end. Now, if you see here, Beth also has other discussions with other participants on other topics going on parallelly. So she can parallelly work on other issues as well to get an help. So all those sidebar discussions will be docked at the bottom of her screen. Now let's get into her sidebar menu. So this is the icon that you'll find at the very top as a sidebar icon. So whenever a new discussion comes into her menu, there is a badge count that displays to her. So when she clicks onto it, she can see all discussions that she's been involved. She can, if she wants to quickly look at unread discussions, she can find all those unread discussions under unread tab. And if she favorited any discussions for her future reference, she can quickly take a look at all those discussions which are being marked as star. Let's say if Beth decides that she wants the menu to stay on her screen, she can pin it by clicking on pin. The sidebar menu will stay on the right side, to the right side of the screen. And if she wants, she can unpin it. Now let's go back to our sidebar discussion that Beth has initiated. Now I'm going to log into David Lowe's instance because he's the participant in this discussion and Beth has asked for help. Now I logged in as David Lowe here. So if you see here on David Lowe's screen, the sidebar discussion menu, it immediately came with the badge count too, since he had 2 new unread discussions in his menu list. So by clicking on unread, he found those 2. Now let's click on Beth's discussion here. So when he clicks on the discussion, so a window opens up for him. Again, it will be docked for him as well at the bottom of the screen. Now for David, he wants to know like, okay, what's happening on this one? Oh, just give me 1 minute. This is a different. Give me 1 minute. Oh, I'm just trying to see where the instant has gone. Okay, so there it is. I'm sorry, I was in different instance. Let me initiate a new one from Beth, from the other instance. I'm following the same steps, going to choosing the workspace that Beth wants to use, then going to the record-based types, and out of cases, case task, knowledge, instance. For today's demo, I'm choosing an incident. Let's say I pick the one, printer has a part missing. I'm starting a new discussion using sidebar here. So Beth clicks on discuss button to get an help for this particular task, and she's aware David can help her. She adds David to the participants and send a message to David. Clicks on start discussion. A new window opens up here in which David is added as a participant. Now let's go on David's side. So now on David's side, if you observe here, there's a new discussion that came into his in his sidebar menu. So he clicks on that discussion, which opens a new window for him and docks to his screen, the bottom. Let's say David wants to know what Beth is asking help for. So as there is an open record, as there is a record that's been added into this discussion, so David can click on open record. Which opens the same instant with Beth is in and trying to get help with. So he can take a look at this incident. So what's going on, what is the work notes, and what activities is being there. And based on that, he can understand what information he can provide to Beth to help her. Let's say this is in a defect. So he gives an helpful information to Beth saying that it is in defect and team is working and it will be fixed by tomorrow. Based on this information, now Beth can handle this incident better and updates the status of this incident and add in a work note saying that come back tomorrow to see the incident is being resolved. And on David instance, if you see, he also have all those multiple windows that's been docked, and he also can see his menu. He can pin and pin. He can do, he can read all discussions, unread, and favorite discussions. Now, let's say the other use case is we have an end user, Abel, who is trying to get an help from a live agent. So Abel goes to his service portal and clicks on chat icon here to start a conversation. Now, let's say on the other side, I want to see if Beth Angelin is available to take those interactions. So we can go to Agent Workspace in Beth Angelin's instance and look at the status. She is available to take the end user's live chats. And going back to Able to start selecting live agent support. So Able is the end user, he wants to talk to a live agent. So please stand by while the chat connects to a live agent. Now let's see on Beth's side, who's an agent, receives this request in her agent workspace. She got the request, she clicks on accept and start interacting with end user. Let's go back to Able. So Able has some issue with his server down issues. Let's say he wants to know the status of the server down issue and he wants to know when it will be up for him to use again. Now going back to Beth Angelin, let's say as she's new to the team and she is not aware about server down issues and she wants to get in help with other agents or in a subject matter experts who can help with server down issues. So in Agent Workspace, Beth also sees an discuss button since we are in CSM configurable workspace. So it's Sidebar does work in the CSM Agent Workspace too. So click on discuss button here. If you observe here, the subject is not automatically populated for the active chat because we don't know what the end user's question is. So agent can provide a meaningful subject based on the questions that she received from the end user. Now let's say there is a prefill available for agent workspace based on the agents who are available in a particular set of groups. So that's the reason you are automatically seeing a list of agents who are being added into the participants. So Beth, if she decides she doesn't want any of these agents to be there in the participant, so she can remove all of them and she can choose the ones that she wants to have a conversation with. Let's say she decides that she wants somebody else into the conversation that she feels they can help her, so she can add them as well. So again, a new window is being opened for this interaction record and for other participants to look at the chat. So a record is being added into the discussion. Now on our side, let's go to the participants who've been there in the system. Okay, let's do this one. Let me look into the participants. I want to see who else out there. So there is a system admin. So I want to see if system admin can, he also gets in a message. from that. Yes. So admin also got the discussion into his sidebar menu. Now admin clicks on server down status discussion and he tries to help Beth. So based on this information, Beth feels comfortable and she confidently provides information to the end user to help him to be aware that please wait for 5 hours. The system will be up again. You can reach out with me after 5 hours if he still sees the issues. Now to go back quickly on the admin side. So admin, when he clicks on open record, and if you see here, Beth and Abel's, the live conversations are all available for him to take a look. So what is happening between both of them and how he can add. Okay, that's all about the demo.
All right, perfect. So we do have quite a few questions that have come in. Tim, I know I'll let you kind of look through the questions real quick. I want to make sure we get to, the ones that would answer some basic questions for a lot of folks. And I know that, we'll have to take these offline and answer them afterwards. Like I mentioned, there is an event post on the community linked to our COE, and we will put the questions in the comments and try to get the answers afterwards. But let's just go through some of them. I know we have about 12 minutes or so and try to answer the ones that we have. We get a lot of questions. This is a very exciting topic and folks want to know a lot of information about it.
Got it, Ashley. So I'm looking at Q&A here. Do we need to do any configuration to enable Sidebar, or will it be available automatically after upgrading in both agent workspace and configurable workspace? You need to have the suitable workspace installed in your system. So for Tokyo, we are only supporting few workspaces. Please do be aware and have those installed. After that, once you install the Sidebar app, Sidebar will automatically be available. And there is an admin setting, which is provided in my FAQ. I can also post the information, what steps that you need to follow to activate Sidebar. But you don't need to make it activated. It is defaultly activated. Unless you want to deactivate the Sidebar, then you would go to that particular Sidebar admin page, configurational interfaces, settings, and then you will toggle off the Sidebar to not use it. My experience with chat systems has been that teams get a little clicky-ish. What I mean is they start to think their group chat should be private, and it ends up defeating the purpose. Do you have thoughts about it? As Travis mentioned, it is contextual, and any record that you specifically wants to have a set of users, you have an option that your admin can add those access or remove those access to the Sidebar conversations as well. So only the users who has those access and roles can be participated in Sidebar discussions. Will the activity stream is not next experience still show all of the data that is posted from Sidebar by people using next experience just in case? So every record, we have an activity available in it, but specifically for the sidebar, activity stream feature will allow agents to post the useful information into the activity stream. So you'll also see the activity stream, the other information along with sidebar information, sidebar messages that's being posted in it.
So because I do want to follow up, we had some questions about that in the chat as well. So just to kind of reiterate, will sidebar information go into the work notes?
No, we don't have that feature yet.
Okay.
Can sidebar be configured to use desktop push notifications similar to Connect Chat? We don't have that feature available for Tokyo yet, but when it is available, we will definitely inform those details. We did receive some customers asking about notifications. Our inbound product management team is aware about it. How are branding and styles applied to sidebar? Is this something that can be configured at all? So in the demo, what you have seen the menu, so those are the options that's available. So we don't have separate branding or styles to change for the sidebar. If that is important and critical use for the customers, please do send us an email with your use case. We will discuss with our teams and see what options that's available and whether it can be possible for us to work to fix it, or maybe next experience team or the workspace teams, like they may have some custom options, so we can try to help you.
And I did want to mention, we do have some roadmap items coming out for branding for next experience that we've discussed in previous academies. We do have a roadmap for further branding. So I know our teams will be working closely between next experience and sidebar on future roadmap items. So I would just keep an eye out for that.
There is a question in chat from Eric: who can see sidebar messages? Is it only or end users too? So sidebar messages are only visible for the participants who've been added into the sidebar discussions. The other folks who don't, who are not added into the participants list, they'll not see any of the discussions that's been exchanged. Are all the sidebar features API enabled, supported as well? Can you build or interact with the systems via client or server side APIs? For Tokyo, we don't have this feature activated, but we do have this in our roadmap. So we might be coming up to enable the option for API. Can we integrate sidebar into the custom built workspaces using the same workspace app shell? Let's say if the workspaces that we have provided out of the box for Tokyo is not the workspace that you are looking for, and you still want the sidebar to be available on other workspaces, there is an option available. We do have a documentation on that, how to add a sidebar discussion for the non-supported workspaces. So take a look at our sidebar documentations, which been provided for the Tokyo release. It gives a very good, clear steps how to follow. And if there is any questions, please feel free to reach us out. Does sidebar provide notifications to the browser tab? We don't have this option as of now. Right now, the only available option for agents to look at their sidebar icon badge count, which displays on the right side of their top menu. But we have the notifications in our roadmaps. We hope that might be planned soon in upcoming releases. I'm struggling to customize workspaces and integrate chat and agent support on those. It's so complicated. Are we going to have a proper approach to make them compatible with custom workspaces? I like to have more details on this particular question because it's it is more about workspaces and integrate chat. Ashley, is it possible to connect with Ashutosh and get more details on it to give him the proper answer?
Yeah, we could take this offline. So now we are looking at not only, custom workspace technology, but then we are working with a couple of different conversational interfaces products, right? Like agent chat, and then Sidebar. So we are kind of balancing 3 products here. So we'll take this question offline for you, Ashutosh, and get back to you on that.
If a sidebar chat is pinned, but a user navigates elsewhere on the platform, does the chat stay pinned if the page changes? So the sidebar pin, yes, it does stay if he pinned it. Is there any desktop or email notification available for invited members in the discussion? As of now, we don't have this feature, but this is in our roadmap. Soon it might be available in one of our upcoming releases. For now, agents can only see in their instances in their sidebar menu. Can access to the sidebar be limited to certain users? What sort of configurations can we expect in this component? Your admin has to assign the users to provide an access to be added into the sidebar discussions with the pre-fill option. I will provide the link for the available sidebar admin settings. So Ashley can share those informations with you.
I wanted to use this as kind of a segue. I know we have a few more questions left. We got about 2 minutes. So I did want to start wrapping up everything. And like I mentioned, we will be taking these questions offline, and Samyuktha and I will take a look at them and get back to you on this. If it's something that we need to post in our larger community sites, we definitely will. I did want to thank you, Samyuktha, for joining us today and introducing Sidebar. It's an exciting new feature. I know we have tons of questions just because, I don't think anyone's had a chance to really see it yet. I know we'll get more questions once they start getting in and playing around with it. I did want to mention our Next Experience Center of Excellence site, where we do have a lot of answers to the questions that you guys were asking. This is more Next Experience focused, but I do want to kind of mention we have our Next Experience Academy link there. And we'll post this session here, and we will follow up on some of those questions in the comments. So bookmark this or just know where to find the COE, and it will be there for you. We have another Next Experience Academy session coming up on October the 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll have another guest speaker from the Performance Analytics team coming on, and he will be discussing inline dashboard editing in Next Experience. We have made some changes between the Tokyo release and the San Diego release. So feel free to register for that. And like always, we'll have this session posted on YouTube a few days after. We'll have that session posted, but definitely bookmark the resources here. We'll have them posted. I did want to mention, if you go to the Next Experience Resource Hub on the COE, we've already linked out to some of the FAQs that Samyuktha mentioned on this call regarding Sidebar and Connect support and agent chat. So probably a lot of the questions that we had today are found there. And I do want to thank everyone for joining today. Thank you, Samyuktha, for presenting. Really appreciate your time, and I appreciate everyone's questions. And we look forward to seeing you guys on the next Academy. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.